Into some of the people in the West that are very fair will tell you the richest nations in the world is not the people we point to, it's Africa. But unfortunately, Kush is the son of Ham. That means that where a curse is, even wealth means nothing. Where a curse is, even advantage, divine advantages means nothing. Where a curse is, strength means nothing. Where a curse is, me shedana me kind to asuma who say eye Ham asinipa ne friend no Nimrod. Ye be wo no friend ni Nimrod. Emma won ne be see the Tower of Babel. That is the kind of intellectuals that were to be born from Ham, but there is a curse working. And yet then at the Tower of Babel is led by a son of Ham from the descendants of the blacks. After a while, any complex structure, as Europeans or China for NBC. So what happened to the real intellectualism that dwelt in the early sons of Ham? Curses has washed them. I want to provoke you into prayer. I want to provoke you. A great king outside the world, had cancer, and the doctors came out and said that this one, they are going to use herbs. They are going to go herbs. This was sorry in Amo. Oman called the normal chemotherapy. Omoko herbs. That means they know, and they know the source from Africa where these things can be handled. But Africa mumunya near alcohol for chemotherapy. But they know where the real solution is. As umuhu nipa bie here umunya, they know where to come and pull what they have to pull, and they won't show the people that owns it. And they won't build the faith of the people that owns it in it. I'm just trying to tell you something. If you are now your mouth powder, any radiation, no, but when the Lord said that you eat the fruit and the herb will be for medicine, they know it. Jesus. Also for the empire, Maria Mira baby. I just want to challenge our parents. Stand up and know who you are. Oh yes. Oh yes. That we are a blessed generation. Oh yes. It is just a mysterious thing that is working against us. We are a blessed generation, a diligent people, beautiful people, loaded people, gracious people, empowered people. It is just a mystery that is working against us, and that mystery is called a curse. We won't allow. We are going to overturn the curse of slavery. So now you understand what slavery is about. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I have this, I have this, but take it and let me serve you so I can buy some more. Me na me want so me here me ba be some no matter free hon kakra. And no me ni slavery nyina no. Me here wa me ba and the day we sit you down and tell you things that leave Africa, that is the raw material for the beautiful things you see in the Western world, it will shock you. You don't know even 30% of it, the things that leave Africa, and without it they can't do certain things they do for us. And you knew wa omuntimi nye de omuye maye ni akotafre ho ye wonro bebra wo to na bodin no ma the real thing omudi ye no as omu anya omuntumi nye na Ifra Africa eneko antopia to simbratoska. Jesus, there is something wrong. So for yeah, Bible Bible here, I can let us close. I finished my day. It has boiled down to our normal lives. It has boiled down to our normal life. The descendants of Ham don't have value for the best. Adiokuta, the descendants of Ham, they don't mind losing it and later going back. And Nuntina Meka say, Obi timi jai na warrior. Main for boneso. But Obi timi jai na warrior. Say oti ni kunu say or tempera. O jai na warrior. Ovia no wako no nusu ni obi kun akọ twempra no akoye side chick on another marriage. We're free in marriage because of cheating. Ovia no akoye side chick through cheating in another marriage. The children of Ham. The children of Ham, I'm telling you. Obi to me bufu. Hey, when I'm a boss, because I'm a trying to say I can live without this job. No, I try resignation letter without another job. No Okoria. No frefre after 4 months we didn't savings here. Now if you sorry no pa or share contact who I can call to beg for money. He is not ashamed to beg for money every day to eat. But he was ashamed when his boss shouted at him. So, Hamoma, if you don't locate the case and deal with it, obey a mobile. So, near Kosuriasi, oh, Hamomem. Hamoma to me take a decision or to go that you never find home. Or two gold in each we are no akopa boaton. Ham Emma. So free Hamasi Bompire against the spirit of you throwing away your best, so that you will go to the west for a token of the best you had. Jesus. Ramababa Surya Barabos. Jesus. Ande Barose Barakoso. Jesus. Reketele Basuka Barados. Jesus. Shunda Baros Kabara. Bashanda Baraba. And Katore Bedaba. Jesus. We Hama Senior you. Your anointing is at risk. When we are cracked, we be fear. Never more at all almost on the bed of fornication. We harm bad ye. You are the most gifted, but you should remain nothing in life. We harm bad ye. You are the most blessed, but you must be nothing in life. We harm bad. You are a prince, but you must walk for servants to ride on horses. Oh, yeah, you must understand where you are coming from and know the climate and the atmosphere where you operate. Don't expect, say, you will be celebrated for being genuine, because Umubetua de patrini akofa de ebe show ma konfu hamuma no me that's where you adwuma no the fact that you are a good wife doesn't mean your husband will love you. Obeko akofa de odi na tem no akrokro de odi na tem no atiatia de obre ne ho asema no hamuma how man fa de panyeri Man of God, the fact that you are anointed doesn't mean the people will see. How many madepa? They believe in slavery. Enti wa wo embrace no, wa wo timi visit no, wa wo pe na asem, wa ka ni na timi yese no, onfa wo de ani nya hwe, de woni mu no, a wontimi man no mom obeheli no. Ha mumma sa na etie. Sa na etie. Wa wo bra wo ho ase obetia ofom. De o ma ne ho so no, obeka ne ho ahye e wonase. Ha mumma no. We don't value good. Ti papa kutaye ya betu atwene ni akonko asum. Ya konko asum. Nipa bebre jaye adwuma omudi abufuo ne jaye. Ekofa adwuma etu omu 1/3 of the omu jaye no. Oye hamba die kuta no. Ya shene se mane mfanya hwe. A mystery is working out against them. That they should do nothing with whatever good they have. So, how much money? Until you should deal with that aspect. Otherwise, it can harm you. Yes, it was the curse on the of sin of the law that Jesus dealt with. Other cases, you must use the power of Jesus to deal with it yourself. The Bible stated it clearly. It's the curse of the law. We ain't curse of the law. No doubt. So you must locate it and deal with it. And yes, even in church it is happening. The most compassionate pastors, loving pastors are rejected by their members. And they go after those who maltreat them. And finally, may harm back. May royal treatment. Imperial treatment. Don't you see people misbehave where there is love? And where there is tyranny, they discipline themselves. Yeah, hamoma, yeah, dear young quasum, and yeah, odo, and no odo, and nothing of Africa when you are near the umbese wajuma. Near odo nipa or bua nipa, me benio, wafa wajumu, muadani, me benio, or bese wajuma. We are shinani buofu. Nanso de okoya ye betia na kase minimu wo baabia wo ye mistake wa ha meyi wadi eho ebebo 7 no gina ho, because what we understand is slavery. We don't understand relationship. And nothing in Africa omunyuma survival they are tyrants on whoever they work with. They are tyrants on them. Dear me dobenio, me ba prekope for nini no munyumagu. Because Ham doesn't understand love. Ham doesn't understand good. Ham doesn't understand relationship. He's cursed. A mystery is working against him. He's cursed. Hapasunti santasia. Jesus. Sovo. Bankome nima MY. MY. But no crana me catch on. The spirit of harm is playing out in all of us. Upon all that Noah did, you couldn't go and report any of them. Is it his nakedness? That information you are carrying around? That is it. The descendants of Ham never talk about the good you do. It will be everywhere. Everywhere. They don't exalt good, they magnify evil. Because the agenda is that it is not about being exalted and progressing, it's about all of us being down there. I'm preaching, I'm a preacher every day. Nobody will pick it. My mistake in council, I seem be a not all bloggers are picking, because it is not about Pastor Elvis moving forward in ministry, it's about him coming down. Everybody's agenda is to make sure that one day that is the spirit of harm. That is the spirit of harm. The news about you will not be good. The news that sell will not be good. two patches into no one dress papa one day mpo then so ha man koka adana de jadao eno kokokan ha muma de nkomo aye pedi enye ho asempa eye wamania wo fam eye aya no skamba e komo de ha moba no ti obi amani anu amen e komo de hamba that's what ti obi form a waba or you okay ha moba nwene ne hu odwene ne yonko adega me pese ye sorry na he deal with this curse, this mystery working against us. A dear bonnie. Shadabaros kabarasha. Jesus. Obi jama ne girl ako. What's up? Or jama ne girl ako. 5 years later, Obeka say wepa na nkamewari no. So, Obi Shama, the next anointed apostle ako. 6 years from today, Obeka say, this man of God, Obe permits or person worry me. My opinion, because no nika. We are like pigs trampling on treasures. That's the generation of Ham. We never hold on to anything good. The generation of Ham never holds on to anything good. We cheaply let good things live. Then later we go and serve to get a little of it. A little of it. That's the generation. That's the curse. So the generation of Ham are the original owners of everything good. But they later becomes the beggars of everything good. This quote, don't forget it. It's a quote. The generation of Ham is the original owners of everything good. But they later becomes the beggars of everything good. Mary. Tabaros kaha. Jesus. Lega. Jesus. So everything good. You know, young one already decided to say, "Mama, the best of weather condition, no problem." You see, I mean, no, cause winter, nipenti mimpi wo baby photo. So still they will manage to be productive. But yeah, upiano pa cool, area hot, and numere cool. We will get it through the whole year. Everything went for the generation of Ham. Everything good went for the generation of Ham. We know the case it was. And when you're riding at it was, yeah, papa na the cow. Papa Noah and the cow. The cow. In Tiene, so who said generation of Ham? Dance yo, fear for him for the people around. Number 2, fear for him for his mentality towards the testimony that has come. And the man if a generation of Ham etiamuka say ye eradiama me 100,000, fear for him for his mentality around 100,000, because I am a kosemenataya. Because they are wired for slavery. He's not comfortable being independent. He will waste 100,000 and later be comfortable in begging and murmuring and complaining. It is the generation of Hamumpuka say my ye ubozo be a kasi say we in Chobebofo. The generation of Ham. Generation of Ham. Because there's a track record. Say Nipano or Shasi ye be funny trim. You be wurani trim. Or be bofom this year. Say a ma be pepi account. say Sanuma Benuma can say Ahoma so Bemana increase. We will be the generation of Ham will always lose the treasure in their hands because there's a curse backing. And the home pie in Ambesiabo and no me biara. Emma at the panye safe for me some Jesus and no me biama at the papa Jesus any safe for yensa Jesus Shadabakunda Jesus according to those who know him Mark Zuckerberg oya young in college and onya the idea that wisdom IT wisdom and he has developed it. To today, he's a global phenomenon. The same with Microsoft or university. The college or university, and almost you could see say nipa no wa bin or bin si. So when in the Ghana say we wa bin was senior high. Mu senior high 5 years later abe hu no say anyen we na top class. A mystery has played out. Adwina nyame de man nyina akodi baby. Just opie free school man na wisi mini. Opie free school man na ma pesimini. Opie free school they will always let you trade your best. That's the generation of Ham. You will trade your best. And then many bra breno, I just came for us to break a certain curse. We are one prayer for today, and I can comfortably sit when somebody say I've received a breakthrough. I can comfortably sit and know that breakthrough will travel very far. Because the curse is broken. Because this year is a year of great testimonies. We must deal with the enemies of testimonies. If we're a generation of harm, you must learn how to deal with the mystery that works against the treasures of harm. You must deal with it. All diamonds, you'll be too free, Africa. Both sight, gold, crude, and a kusi say. In fact, Ghana, baby, you too good. Nigga say your boy say how far? How far be your town? How far? Baby, you too know how far? One out a bachelor say something is working out against harm. Something is working out against the generation of harm. It should have been a golden city. It should have been a golden city. Baby, you too know. Kurukitu ebino. Esenka na mwana OTTS kaso. Kraye seyasian amama be hangi. One day munya mbit matia gum. Still utimu mfili say ye two bibi wamasi. There's something wrong. Generation of harm. No matter the blessing, you must still tend to be a slave. Me person you one thing Bible bia me person Bible ye bo wi a ye call off umpa na da so ginem. That's what say me busu ye ya being too much for here diet. Me busu ya being too much for here diet. Ya mabusu ye break was too much for here diet. Mabusu ye wefe too much or baby and worry. There is something wrong. For all your treasures as a generation of harm, you still must be a slave to get something later. That is where the generation of harm should go mad. Ecclesiastes 7:7. Oppression maketh the wise mad. That's why the generation of harm must go mad. A man who for power. Now would you be kunechi? On what try or no any kunuda? And not in a whole fanny ASI chick. to the Obama Nechisa, Abema ne yere frey yes kawanutum nani wu se kawanutum enkasa my wife of frey enkasa. My wife is calling. Don't talk. If you come around me, put your phone on silent so that if my wife calls, your phone will not bell for her to hear. Yeah, to so to say cramine. Now would you be a cheat to say cramine your torso? And so who can your prime minister Iran ke fatal? Can we a minister Iran ke fatal? So be to a home offend. Ama you are being a slave with all your beauty. Obana hana. Oh, who would ya hoko ware ne yire o wie no obam ne wabetwempra. Can't you see there's an insult? Obini wo twempra wa asori them. Abrana wo hobi. En o ware oba afofro wo. Wa ware na wie di na kosi fie se ba se mepe. To who say a mystery is working against your beauty. A mystery is working against your beauty. There's a curse somewhere. Into pemin wan ware me. And wako you be wedding na sheneka wewe. And na me odi me be she dak. Esumasi. Odi me be she sumasi. Osofo. Hey, me catch me. You say me drew fee 7:30. Yenye in 10. Yenye. I say me drew fee 7:30. Pepe. The mystery working against the generation of harm. Dangerously loaded people, yet they enjoy slavery. Enjoy slavery. So one kaneswa onya de pada. The generation of harm. One kaneswa. Aji we dinatem. Ansan washasi abejumantem. On one by royalty will never walk into the workplace at the right time. Aji dinatem. Aji atini salary so. Aji they enjoy slavery. They enjoy slavery. The generation of harm. I fear. I could be there. Mekai I am impending for Muntimin to Minka. So for Bosia Yetimi Kobono. So for Bosia Yetimi Kobo. Any day ye debate. Any interest you try later. But you can't do anything about it if you're a descendant of Ham until you have worked out the mystery of the curse. So you have worked out the mystery of the curse. The wastage in the land is more expensive than the loan we take. If we cut the wastage, we don't have to borrow. But the generation of harm needs to waste so they can be enslaved. And then said there's a mystery working against us. There's a mystery working against us. Men of God connected to me. There's a mystery working against us. There's a mystery working against us. Businessmen, there's a mystery working against us. There is something working against us. There is something. The way we pay attention to things that don't add up to our lives is dangerous. And the way we ignore what will add up to our lives, it will shake. There's a mystery working against us. Harm. There's a curse of slavery. the essence me shiri nyinama me have no option than to go under the control of another. I will have to lose it, so I can go under the control of the other. Yantiana, a whole parliament in France, one fair person, sorry, can say France is who he is because of Africa. One TB, one TB. I can't clear who we are singing. And so no bow in here, this I will bow here. Your mom pie. Oh Jesus. 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 So me perceive another. The youth come up with a different mindset. I know who I am. I know who I am. God has loaded me and I'm not losing it.
God has loaded me and I'm not losing it.
I am wise and I'm not losing it.
I am wise and I'm not losing it.
I am favored and I'm not losing it.
I am favored and I'm not losing it.
I'm anointed and I'm not losing it.
I am anointed and I'm not losing it.
I have a job and I'm not losing it.
I have a job and I'm not losing it.
I am married and I'm not losing it.
I am married and I'm not losing it.
I've got children, I'm not losing them.
I have got children and I'm not losing them.
Me person nipa ya aggressive say die nyame ama me no me nhire ensa nkosre die nyame di ama me no me nhire enkosre sa bufu na person di wura nipa ni e bompai se kakra na me wo no me di beye bibi me nhire ma kosre me nhire ma kosre me wo 50 cedi me nkoto pizza 45 na wo china ma kosre me nhire dia me wo no na ma kosre atam in a confidence.
Jesus.
Yeah, Baba Bompai says, I lift up your head. Listen, me hero.
Jesus.
Me yiri na yes stubborn kakra bi me nhira ware. O yes stubborn kakra bi. Me tinit na se ye de opema na obesesa. Nti aware ab chincha mpese mi jai akofade bi. Me nhire. Mama kosre so for nyame adom ni nani mo nyama e daw so to be man pratwe ba ko be me nhire mama kosre never alaba shuta ba rama ko sembre de ba rama wanya adwuma etua akase o be hwire wi wa kosre. When the only option is say aquarium, the only thing is say you were Jumayi. Two beshri, what is that you wear beshri? Now later wako church application letter konina. Me shri. Amakosre. Hamu no me. Enye Juma wa meso. Am I hear somebody at all? Yes, sir. One real Obasha say di 5 years kwa. Udi agro beshra kra. Ubeshra kra. Nyamre ma kra no. Vansa to akra ne so bompai. Nyamre bompai enhira kra no. Na dachi wa nkosre. Enfri he. Akra one training no. Obesre no wa ye de ose so ye ma. Akra one training no. Aje usre and san wa ye de ose so ye ma. Enhire. Na wa nkosre. Enhire. Na wa nkosre. So for Sharabakurabush Jesus Le Barosh Kabarabush Kabarabush So for and they baba bomba yan shiri ni yakosre yan shiri na yakosre they say yan shiri na yakosre o yan shiri na yakosre. It is the descendants of Ham that could attempt building a tower that shook heaven. And God has to come down and confuse them with their language. They got architectural intelligence right. They got the building intelligence right. They got the working ethics right. They got everything right. They were succeeding. God had to come down and confuse their language because everything was perfect. They could. But what came after the descendants of Ham was confusion, difference in language, difference in understanding. That's why we can be very good when we are together, but we are never one. We can be very good. The people of Ham can be dangerously good when their minds are one. When they decide to speak one language, they can do a touch heaven to earth and earth to heaven agenda. They can touch the heavens from the earth, but they are under the curse of confusion, separation. There are 2 things or 3 things that specifically affect the people of Ham. They can easily lose focus of what is best in their life for what is unnecessary. Ham, for how loaded you are, you don't need talking about your father's nakedness. But if you are a people of Ham, if you don't take care, what you are interested in, the communication you are interested in, has nothing to do with building you up and having to do with the treasures in your hands. Number 2, if you don't take care, you can be the best when you are together, but you can never be together. You can never stand as one people. Listen, oh Baba, yeah, I need us to enter into a place of prayer, watch ourselves and see the things we have thrown away, and then we begin to come back for it. I'm telling you. You know what? To those that the Lord has opened the door of nations for, don't forget that the best is down here. So when you get there, remember that the best that was taken from us, you are going to take it and bring it back. That's the agenda of traveling.
That's right.
You are going to take what was taken from us and bring it back to us. That is why you are going to school there. That is why you are traveling there. That's why agenda say the situation on ground that is the essence of traveling. If you are a child of Ham and you are calling for restoration, listen, one of the biggest prayers for the children of Ham must be restoration. What was yours that is taken away from you? What was yours that is taken away from you? We are going to lift up our voice. The curse of loss. 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 The curse of losses. 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 Kaidia na wobia. I say free one sir. Ye mudu do say energy in Shiraku market in this area of this world. Nipadu do say ne do mun shira eko. I'm asking you a question. Okay, men can walk a mumun pain in the brain.